Shalom. I want to give all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushua Ba'Shem HaKadosh, and the wonderfully apostles and others, great Muslims. Salutations to the hopeful elect. This is your brother, I am now Allah from Gem, Chicago, and coming back with you with another lesson. And basically, I'm just going to go ahead and go on to the news, alright? Well, basically, there are protests in the UK as of right now, and I feel like, I guess this anti-immigration protest has been going on since, last year, alright? And these protests are still continuing to go on. But nonetheless, real soon those protests are about to get real violent because of the coming energy crisis that the entire world is about to face, alright? And so those protests will become into riots, food riots, alright? Because of the shortage of oil that these nations are about to be impacted with. And in the scriptures already it tells you that there should be uproars of the people, and that's the time that we're living in the time of prophecy. Alright, a lot of people are fed up right now. Alright, but this is the time that we're living in. 2nd Ezra 9:3. It says, I actually start with verse 1. It says, he answered me and then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, and thou shalt understand that in the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shall thou understand that the Most High speak all those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. And that's right, this is what we're seeing, alright, uproars of the people, alright, protesting. And soon you're about to really just see riots, because there's about to be a scarcity of food, there's about to be a scarcity of gas, basically, because as of right now, the Strait of Hormuz is still closed, alright, and a lot of these countries are now doing fuel rationing. They're doing rationing right now, alright. The gas prices are just going to keep climbing and climbing and climbing, and these people are going to they're really going to soon just take it to the streets, because this is going to eventually lead to food shortages too, alright. Because truckers are getting affected by this, and soon truckers are going to really just quit doing their job, because they can't afford it. They can't afford to basically the cost of living is getting worse real soon for everybody, right? You're about to see empty shelves, alright, and you're going to see violent protests, riots, food riots, alright? This is the time that we're living in. Nonetheless, alright, this is what we're doing, alright? We're measuring the time diligently by leaking the prophecies that are in the scriptures to, world news, world events that you see in the news. Alright? It says, verse 4, and thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, the end is manifest. Even so the times of the highest have plain beginnings, and wonders and powerful works, and endings and effects and signs. And everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works and by faith wherein by ye have believed, and shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. And that's right, you're seeing the signs of the times that we're living, alright? You're seeing more on the news being talked about, right, they're talking about more UFO sightings, all right? More phenomenons in the skies. All right, and hey, Esau sees this. All right, Esau knows that these elites, they know that those so-called UFOs are really the Lord's angels, the chariots, and Esau is afraid. All right. And you can see, there's, the prophecies are taking place. All right, you're seeing uproars of the people. People will soon, all right, not regard their kings or princes. All right, and there's going to be sedition real soon among them. Oh, it's lucky. Damn. And hey, y'all, this is the times that we're coming into as of right now. Matthew 24. And I'm starting verse 19. It says, "And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, but pray that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day." And the reason why it says woe unto them that are with child is because at this time, alright, these people, alright, they're oblivious to what's going on. Alright, they don't understand the times that we're living in. Alright, and so Jake, alright, they're going on marrying, partying, alright, doing as what they please, alright, not knowing that, alright, the Lord is about to bring hella judgment on these 2/3, alright? And hey, the Lord is about to, the Lord is about to take them as a thief in the night, alright, where these people least expect it. And hey, the Lord is giving us an early warning sign and the prophecies of what to look out for, so that we know that we're living in some real perilous times. And we see the prophecies come to pass, so we know that we are very well near in the time of Jacob's trouble. Alright, and the Lord is beginning to visit this place with plagues, pestilences, alright, famines, earthquakes, and wars and rumors of wars. Alright, the Lord is also making these storms become horrific for these people. Alright, like these people have never seen before. Alright, so the Lord is really visiting this world which He made. Alright, the Lord is beginning to judge these people, and it's only going to get worse. Alright, for these people. Alright, it says, and hey, at this time, alright, it's the worst time to have to be bearing a child, because basically you're bearing a child in the worst time in history to ever be living in. Alright, a time like no other. Verse 21, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be." So we're coming into times like we have never ever been before. Alright, you've never seen these many wars taking place. You've never seen these people really struggle and a cost of living like this before, and it's only going to intensify. Alright, verse 22, it says, "And except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened." And hey, the Lord is making all these things happen, all right? The Lord is shortening the times for the elect's sake, all right? Because hey, the Lord is getting ready to deliver his elect. But with that, all right, trials and tribulations, all right, the time of Jacob's trouble is coming, all right? So there's going to be hell on earth. All right, the Lord is lighting the fire, all right, before he comes with that huge fire, all right, by the way of thermonuclear missiles and the Lord's chariots, all right, when the Lord really begins to crack them clouds and appear in the sky, all right, with his chariots and with beaming fire, all right, laser beams. But nonetheless, hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glories to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, and Shalom.